Welcome to my creative space. Today, a seaside impressionist painting. I have long been interested in impressionism. As a matter of fact, when I was a young lady in high school, I was drawn to the work of all the impressionists, especially Claude Monet. There's something about the way that the light is captured, working quickly, the texture, and inspired by the light. So this is the first of a 3-part Seaside Impressionist painting series. Let's have a look at what I'm painting today. So I recently visited San Remo, which is a gorgeous little town near Phillip Island in Victoria, a gorgeous coastal town. So Dave and I were celebrating our 11th wedding anniversary. And so we went and stayed in this lovely resort. Saturday it was raining all day, but that didn't stop us from having a lovely time. And on the Sunday, I was like, it's gonna be clear, we're gonna go out, and I'm going to do some photography. Well, the sun did come out, and on this particular day it shimmered on the water, and we went down to the pier and I took this photo. So I thought, I am going to paint that picture. So really the composition is going to be pretty much exactly this, but I will be cutting out this little panel here. So we'll be doing a key focus on the sky, obviously the water. Yes, I will capture the boat, I think. And yeah, just the beautiful wispy bushes around the beach. So that is what we'll be doing today. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do here is do a little pencil outline. Got a little jumbo pencil here. I think it's a graphite, so I'll just do a little outline sketch first. Okay, so I'm starting off just sketching in this pier, and I'm not laboring, I'm just really wanting to get in the basic shapes so that I'm ready to start painting. This can be done with paint, but I've decided to with pencil. So let's look at what we'll be using today. So I've got titanium white, a lovely gold, these are all acrylics, remember, cadmium yellow, medium green or verde green, a lovely viridian, which is that eucalyptus green feel, a gorgeous sky blue and cerulean blue. Oh, the other blue is cobalt blue, which we'll be using for sky and water, and the greens as well for water, burnt umber, and we've got that gorgeous rich blue here, which is called phthalo blue, which is a bit different. And I've got my brushes here. I've got a range of different brushes. I've got my flat brush, which actually comes off. You can see here. Yeah, it's not going to come off now because I'm wanting it to, but yeah, it will come off when I paint. I've got a number of round brush sizes here. Yes, I've got a few different ones, some very delicate fine tips as well as the larger ones. So we're dealing with a large canvas, and a few more different brushes here, flatter style. We've got that's around there, but some flatter brushes here. And this one I'll be using quite a bit for the, I guess, impressionist feel there. I am going to use a roller, and yeah, so that's my main things that I'll be using today, and of course my lovely palette. Okay, so now I'm just really blocking in the blue of the sky, so using a nice big flat brush to really fill in that canvas. And this is really this is the underpainting, where I just want to make sure that I've got all the blocked colors in. So I'm also going with the roller as well, which is also fun. And I've got a deeper blue that I'm putting over the top here. So yeah, I'm really just creating that mood with the really rich colors of the sky and texture. Decided to get my gloves on because, well, I'm already starting to get messy, so I know how I roll, so gloves are on. Now I'm going in with some lovely fluffy white clouds here. So yeah, just really feeling the beautiful mood of the day. And yeah, my flat brush actually broke and I really actually like to use it like this. Now I'm going in with the beautiful neutral colors of the sand. I'm gonna go in with it's a number 10 and it's like a bit of a round sort of top. So let's go in with some burnt umber. So yeah, I'm just really creating the difference between the sky and the land here. This is really just about blocking in the key colors. I'm not too fussy, just ensuring that, yeah, I'm going to create a really great background. Okay, so let's get into some of this greenery here. That's around 12. Blows on my hair today. It's important to get that nice and dry. I could actually take a bit of a break, but I thought this would be a better way to do it. And yeah, so I'm just starting to work into the foreground here and just using quick light strokes. Impressionism is very much about, you know, working quickly. The Impressionist painters actually mainly worked in plein air, so they mainly worked outside, so they had to work quite fast. And yeah, so they really didn't have a lot of time. And you know, obviously if you're working outside, you're not working with a photo, the sky's going to change, so you're working quickly, so you're not laboring here, you're just going quick through. One of the things I like to do as well, if I can, is if I have a particular color that is working for the foreground and the sky and background, I will definitely be going back and forth. Really, it's about creating harmony here. There are some really dark clouds on the day. So now I'm day 2, and yeah, I'm just working out what I'm going to do here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this because it needs to be at more angle. So let's do that. So I realized after finishing the day 1 painting session that I really needed to adjust the angle of the beach sand. It just needed, the perspective was slightly off, and I could have left it, but I think it just looked better, so I just redid that. And now I'm going in with my beautiful greens here, so I can absolutely see green in the water. And yeah, so just really overlaying color here, and that's what I'm just going to continue to do, is overlay color. So I'm going in again with the clouds in the sky, putting another layer of white on here, really trying to create that mood and energy of the day. And yeah, so the colors, the depth of the color and the brush strokes and the contrasting colors really help to create that beautiful mood. So now I'm just putting in the land in the background here. So that's just showing a little bit more, I guess, detail, but not really laboring here, just putting in a gentle bit of background, hills and mountains in the distance. And coming back into the foreground. So I'm basically just going back and forth here, especially as I have the colors on my palette, and I really want to use those colors while I have them available. So there was a lot of scrub in the front here, and so yeah, I'm just really trying to put some definition here without getting too much into the fine details. It is an impressionist painting, so keeping it very loose. Loose brush strokes is really important in impressionist painting. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just coming down is I'm just going to make this area a little bit lighter on the beach, and I think that's going to create the contrast that I really want. I'll come back with some white near where the beach is hitting the sand, where the waves are hitting the sand, and then I'll come up and do the horizon line, and then we'll put the pier in and the boat, and we're done. Yeah, so the key elements with Impressionism is really looking at the light and how the light is within the landscape itself, and the different elements, how they're affected by the light, and then you're therefore using your color as contrast and shadows and highlighting to really understand where that light is and where it falls. And as mentioned before, really using loose brush strokes is a really big part of this. Not overthinking, but just really feeling through the picture. It's very much about the feeling. Impressionism is very much about the feeling more than ever, and you're really using the color and the texture to create that feeling and mood. Now I'm just really working on really doing those final sort of touches, so ensuring that I can clearly see where the water is hitting the beach. And yeah, I just really wanted to go over, ensure that I'm really happy with this section, because it is an important part of the painting. Everyone approaches water differently, and certainly where the water is foaming, it's a very particular style. I think it's one of those things that you really just need to practice. So now I'm going in with the pier, and this is exciting because this is a key and focal point of this picture. And so, yeah, so just putting in some of the key parts of the pier, and using a really deep blue here. And that deep blue is echoed throughout the picture. So again, Impressionism is very much about harmony and harmonizing the whole painting. So you're kind of looking at everything at the same time, if that makes sense. And so yes, I'm really just working on defining that area now and going back into the main body of water and just really bringing it all together here with the color. Really want the colors to complement each other and everything to really seem like it's working together. And yeah, I'm putting in the little boat here. So yeah, just using gentle strokes here and not being too defined, but it's clear that there is a boat, but it's not super detailed. It's an impression of a boat, if that makes sense. It's nice to have little features like boats in seascapes and piers, because it's different than just having, I guess, the shrub, the water, and the land. It's nice to have another focal point here. There's so many beautiful Impressionist paintings that I've enjoyed over the years, and it is interesting to see how they use their brush strokes and how they use their contrasting colors. And I really enjoy, I guess, experimenting with new ways to see how light is impacted in the seascape. It's really come together. All the colors are starting to harmonize, and I'm just putting in some deeper shadows here because I know that I'm almost finished, and I'm just ensuring that I've got some of those depth of color. There's different shades of deeper greens here in the foreground, and that's what I'm doing now. Painting is literally so much fun. It's just such a joy to do, and when you get into that gorgeous flow, it's absolutely wonderful, and it's a real place of peace. At this point, I'm just in the flow, enjoying it, feeling the mood of the picture, and not thinking very much. I'm just really feeling the picture at this point in time. I am, of course, referring regularly to my photo, just to ensure that I am really looking at the light and the dark And I have mentioned this before in previous tutorials, but a really good way to do that is actually to squint your eyes. And when you squint your eyes, you can clearly see where there's the light and where there is the dark. And then you can use your values accordingly with the paint colors. One thing I haven't mentioned is really good to step back every now and again and just have a look at your picture to ensure that the perspective is right, and really to see if the colors are balancing the way you want them to balance. And yeah, just to take a minute in your painting session. Doesn't need to be long. Sometimes just going away, making a cup of coffee, making a cup of tea, and coming back, you will actually see things that you want to adjust. You can see me, this is the final piece. So just working on the final parts of the sky here. I just love painting sky. It's so much fun. Some people don't enjoy sky. I love it. So there was actually some really, really deep, rich, bright blue in the sky. And so I'm now bringing that in as the top coat and the top layer. Of course, I am putting it also in the actual water too, because to really create the harmony in these sort of impressionist paintings, it's really important to use the colors throughout the picture wherever you can. And yeah, it just brings the picture together. So what actually I've decided to do is just to repaint this area here, because I just went a little bit off kilter and I just want to fix it up. It's just a final thing before I varnish. Here I actually decided that I wanted to redo the perspective of the picture because I realized it was slightly off kilter, and so I've just gone in and updated that. I could have left it, I'm sure it was fine, but you know, I want it to be absolutely right. I want to be really happy with this picture. So because it is a large painting, it's really important. You really want to have the perspective right. So I just updated it. It didn't take very long. I just needed to do maybe, oh gosh, it would be about 8 millimeters adjusted. And then I pushed up the land a little bit, and I was actually really happy with the outcome. So just the final touches here. And I'm just going to put those in just up the top. Final part of this, it's always a joy, is to paint on my signature, which I'm going to do in the corner here. Just putting in my signature, which of course is really important because it's really easy to forget later that you haven't done your signature and you need to sign your paintings. And there we go. We are all done. Let's have a closer look. So I do like to debrief after a painting whenever I can, and so today I'd like to debrief with you. I really enjoyed painting this picture. It is especially wonderful because it's a place that I visited, and I generally will paint only places that I visited because I feel like it creates an emotion in that picture, which I hope you can feel. I'm really happy with the vibrancy of the color. I feel like the color and the light creates the mood. And there is definitely a beautiful energy about this picture. I like the contrast in the colors as well. It's nice to have the energy of the boat going to the pier. There was a really great energy on the day. There was people around, there was people on the pier, and I think that comes across in the picture. One of the challenges of acrylic paint is you need to work quickly because the paint dries fast. You don't have the luxury you have with oil paint, but what you do have is you don't have, I guess, the smell of the oil paint. And when I'm in a small space that I am, in this small room, acrylic paint really works for me. Not to say that in the future I won't use oil paint, but for where I'm at right now, it's perfect, and it's a really great medium to use. I do enjoy it. So thank you so much for joining me today. It is an absolute privilege to spend time with you. If you'd like to see more, please remember to subscribe so you're notified of future content, and it does help my channel. I would like to grow and share with more people. Remember, in the next 2 weeks, I will be sharing the behind the scenes of this video, and then after that I'll be sharing my second Impressionist painting. I hope that you join me on the journey, and I hope it inspires you to take out your paintbrush and start painting. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon.